Yeah, fun day at the yard. Didn't start out great, but the middle and end was good for the Trojans. App's got such a good team, such a dynamic lineup. If you can go, in a weekend and win a series, it certainly bodes well for your confidence as a team, which I don't think we lack. But to go on the road and win against such a quality opponent, especially in the manner in which we did, it took a high element of toughness and ability to kind of overcome some things. And I think between Logan Ross, what he did in the middle of that game, the second through fifth, after we really got punched in the mouth early, and then Kyle Mock and so many other guys on offense. We had that inning with the multiple home runs between Benny Arnett, Aiden, and Mock, and I know he had a couple on the day. It was just a great job by all parties. I thought our dugout was really good, and then it gave us an opportunity to do what we did and get the win.
Coach, season high 5 home runs here today. You talked about Mock getting a pair. Also, you guys were just 1 hit shy from tying the season high set against SIU Edwardsville in Game 2. Just talk about how you guys were able to get the bats rolling today.
Well, the guys just consistently stayed their approach. It was a great weekend to hit, too. Let's not kid ourselves. I think each team took advantage of it as the games went on. Fortunately, we took a little more advantage today. But just great swings, great at-bats. I mean, you just look, the tone we set in the first game of the series with the amount of walks that we did. I think you look at a lot of those at-bats in which we did damage. We had leveraged the count in our favor. And when you do that constantly, it becomes a mathematics game. You're going to eventually punish more balls than not. We have big, strong guys. Thunder does a great job getting them physical, and that allowed us to do damage on, multiple extra base hits throughout.
Coach, just talk about Kyle Mock specifically. 4 for 5 on the day, a pair of home runs. I mean, he continues to just be able to make contact and put it where it needs to go.
Well, he's an old hitter. He's been kind of seen everything. I think he's become more versatile in the parts of the park he can hit the ball this year. I think a large portion of that is some of the adjustments he and Coach Wolgamon have made, and Kyle's stayed consistent in those. He hasn't deviated off path. That's allowed a lot of success. Even if he has a couple games, which as hitters you're going to have, he stays true to what he's doing. And a day like today, we needed somebody to step up big, and he was that guy.
And Coach, I don't know if you know this, but with the win today, you guys are now 8-0 all-time in regular season series against App State. Remain undefeated, 5-3 in series finales. Just talk about what that's like to just continue to remain dominant against a team that has been able to be productive.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but I mean, I'll say this because I always speak obviously in present sense. To win a series at their park against their team that's so well coached, they have a great culture. They just do a tremendous job. I mean, they're top. I mean, the Boyd kid is, I think, as scary a hitter as there is in the league. St. Laurent, the kid they got from Ole Miss, Tolly, he's scary. I mean, they just have really good players. There's no way to sugarcoat it. They got some guys that are just off the charts in what they can do, moving the ball around, hitting it out of the yard. And so to win a series in 2024 at their park, when they were 10-2 at home coming into this weekend, is huge. And I think it should make sure our guys continue to know we can do anything if we play our best brand of baseball.
And Coach, obviously the final score wouldn't show this, but this was technically a come-from-behind victory after going down 5-1 early. Just talk about what the team was like, being resilient, and then obviously teetering back, creeping back into it, and then just exploding with the back-to-back home runs.
Yeah, they punched us in the mouth. That'd be an understatement of the year. I thought it was about as hard as you can get to a knockout blow. The way they came out were just, it was an onslaught. But we were able to skate through it with it being just 4 in the first. It looked like it could have been a lot worse. It was 4 there. They got the run. We probably shouldn't have given up in the second, and then it was goose eggs after. But like I said, I think Logan Ross, and then Dill, was on the edge of really, I think, taking off and pitching his best consistently. We got to get through this phase when we're at out 8-9, or attempting to get out 8-9, and then Ringer came in there and did what he always does, and then assaulted the strike zone, executed some pitches, got a couple punchies. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You still got outs to play with, right? We had a ton of outs. It wasn't a knockout blow, as hard a shot as we took early, and that allowed us to make the comeback, which you mentioned.
Coach, obviously there's a big elephant in the room. It's been 9 years since Troy hit back-to-back home runs against Kennesaw State back in 2015. As a coach, just what's it like to be able to see your guys just consistently make contact like that to just explode?
Well, look, one of the things that we're a big fan of here is big, strong dudes. We want to be able to juice the ball out of the yard. Not that we're attempting to do it each and every swing. But if you hit the ball well and you're big and strong in this day and age, especially as juiced as the bats are, juiced as the balls are, then you can hit home runs. So I honestly didn't even really remember that it was 3 in a row, so that's good. I like homers, but I just like when guys have good locked-in at bats, and that's what we did throughout the day.
Coach, 8-hour bus ride back to Troy, and you guys got a quick turnaround for Sanford on Tuesday. You guys are home on Wednesday, and then you have a Sun Belt series coming up this weekend. So busy week. What's going to be the game plan going into this 8-hour bus ride? Well, how much are you going to capitalize on it?
Well, the game plan is hopefully people can get a little bit of rest on the bus. I know we'll have some good energy when we get back on now that we shower up here in a minute, this beautiful football stadium they got. But yeah, just enjoy it. That's what a Sunday win's all about. I learned that when I first started coaching. There's nothing better than a Sunday win on the road for a million reasons. But we can enjoy it, and then all of our focus will be on Tuesday. I know we have 4 games after, but I won't think about those until our game's done on Tuesday night. Sanford's a heck of a program. It's a tournament team last year, a very good RPI. So we'll have to be ready to play. They play really well at their park. We'll figure out some of the pitching and some of the semantics of it, but guys are going to have opportunities. They just need to be ready to take advantage of it like Logan Ross did today.